Okay.
Good morning, candidates. We have with us a candidate who is appearing for Bank of Maharashtra Scale 2 interview. So I have requested him to come online and share the experience, and so we shall go for the interview directly. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good. I know your name. You don't have to tell me your name. Please tell me your background. For example, introduce yourself without telling your name. You
Okay,
don't have
sir.
to tell me the names of organization also. Just
Okay.
tell me broadly. Yeah.
Sir, I have completed my schooling up to secondary level from Patna and higher secondary also from Patna. After that, I have completed my graduation in electrical and electronics engineering from RIET College, Jaipur, which comes under Rajasthan Technical University. After that, I have worked in a public sector bank for 3.5 years. And then I started my preparation for civil services. I have given two attempts of civil services. And in both my attempts, I have written mains. But unfortunately, I haven't qualified for the interview round. And with the COVID outbreak, there is uncertainty looming over the recruitment test being conducted by the various government organizations. So I decided to take up an opportunity where I could be gainfully employed again.
Good. So that is why you applied for Bank of Maharashtra.
Yes, sir.
Good. What are your strengths?
Sir, my strength is I am a team player mostly, and when I am talking to a new person, and if I see that he or she is in need of something, I will take an extra mile and go ahead to helping him or her.
Mm, yeah. No, you are. Can you elaborate your strengths? Because I'm not fully satisfied with what you said.
Oh,
Can
okay,
you
sir.
elaborate? And see, while elaborating, you must try to enlighten the
Mhm.
points that makes you more suitable for bank job.
Okay, sir. Sir, actually, my inclination has been towards sports. So I have been a team player, which I try to implement in my daily life. Like whenever I get in contact with a person, whether it be a general person or a customer while shopping in a bank, and if I see that he or she is in a need, which is beyond the call of my duty, then I take that extra mile, go beyond the call of my duty, and help him or her to attain his or her goals. That is my biggest system, which I have discovered throughout my life and during my professional career also.
Mhm. Good. Now, you can also add some more points like say, I am a quick learner and
Okay, sir.
I am say a creative person. I enjoy doing new things and uh, I am good in time management and I always would like to take up challenge. Some it should not appear as if you are adding too many points, but it
Okay,
should
sir.
come in a cogent statement or sentences that makes them feel that you are serious about this job.
Okay, sir.
So, for example, you can use the experience you have had in a State Bank of India also in this introduction. Because
Okay.
in your case, you are not a new person
Yes, sir.
for banking. So you can state during my exposure in the previous organization, I learned the art of leading the group members and to be an active team member. Like that, you can add.
Okay,
Apart
sir.
from my being a good, say, quick learner and all that. Now,
Okay, sir.
can you please elaborate what was the work you were doing in your previous organization?
Sir, in my previous organization, I have worked in various assignments ranging from retail banking, but most of my work has been in the credit department.
Oh, so you were in charge of processing of proposals,
Yes,
sanctioning,
sir.
and all that. Acha?
Yes, sir.
Oh, but the branch in which you were working, was it a small branch or a medium-sized branch?
Sir, my first branch was Hyderabad main branch, which was a scale 5 branch, very huge branch, sir. There I was attached to a field officer or the loan officer, and there I my duty was to look into the files, and if there is any lacuna, I have to contact the customers and get that documentation done in a proper manner. From there, I started learning how to appraise a file. And in my second branch, which was a mid-sized branch, I was given a full-time role of a field officer, where I was looking into the retail loan segment of that branch.
Hmm.
In my third assignment, I was attached to the CM Chief Manager Credit of the regional office, and I was appraising the retail loans of the whole region.
Excellent. So what was that region called?
Sir, it was Warangal urban region.
Oh, all these days you were serving in South only.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In Telangana only, starting from Hyderabad, moving to Medpalli, then to Warangal.
Oh, though you are a person from Bihar, State Bank of India had to use you only in Telangana.
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. Doesn't matter. Good. Now, still tell me why you left that job, because to get a job in that bank is not that very easy.
Yes, sir.
And then um, now, what prompted you to leave that job?
Sir, to be honest and fair, till 2018, I was under probation. So I was not getting enough time. Means I don't remember a single day when I have left the branch, whichever branch I was working, before 8:30 or 9 p.m. So while reaching home, it would be around 10:30 p.m. And I always had that means pursuit to go for a civil services job in the backdrop of my mind. But I was not getting enough time to manage in the starting. So in the year 2019, when my probation got over, I thought that I should give myself a fair chance, and I gave my first attempt, where I qualified for the mains, but still I was not satisfied with my performance. So one day I thought that it's better to give myself a fair chance at this moment of time rather than regretting at a later stage in life to that I haven't given myself a fair chance. So I resigned from the services in the year 2020, gave an attempt, and still the same result. Means I was not able to go for the interview round.
Yeah, good, good, good. By how many marks did you miss the main exam?
Sir, it was 24 marks in the second attempt, and in the first attempt, it was somewhere around 76 or 77 marks, sir.
Oh,
Yes,
out of
out of that, sir, 1750.
Babri. That means
Yes,
it's
sir.
nothing. 1750 means supposing you have 18, it comes to some 2 or 3 marks average wise.
Yes, sir.
No, no, let me try to calculate.
I will tell you, sir.
Second
I will
time
tell
you missed by 26 marks.
24, sir.
24 marks divided by 18.
1.5%, sir, if you go by percentage.
Yeah. 1.5 percentage only.
Yes, sir.
Very
And,
sad.
and, and at this juncture, when I am already 30, sir, I won't be eligible for any other government job. So it's better to be gainfully employed again rather than going for preparing for some job.
Very
at this
good.
juncture, sir.
That's very good. That's really nice. Now, my question will be, will you be trying for this civil services again?
Sir, I haven't applied for civil services this year because now I am not in that position. I haven't prepared with that mindset, so I haven't applied also, sir, this year.
Very good. Are you belonging to reserved category?
No, sir, I am a general category candidate.
Oh, Baba, that's really great. Right. Right now we are entering into banking.
Yes, sir.
What do you know about Bank of Maharashtra?
Sir, Bank of Maharashtra is a bank which was started by a committee, by a subcommittee of the Maharashtra Chamber of Commerce in the year 1935.
Hmm.
Slowly, this bank moved forward, and it was nationalized along with another 13 banks in the year 1969.
Hmm.
Then, for the first time, the deposit crossed 10,000 crore marks in the year 2000.
Hmm.
In the year 2006, the CBS part was started in this bank. This bank is a sponsor bank for 3 Grameen banks, including the Maharashtra Grameen Bank, the Maratha Grameen Bank, and the Thane Grameen Bank.
Hmm.
And of late, in the year 2016, this bank was given the award for being the best digitally suitable bank, as it cannot detect a single fraud in this bank in the year 2016 for its product MahaSecure.
Hmm. Good. But one thing, very nice. But then when we, in a questions like this, because where the time limit is very limited,
Yes,
in the
sir.
real interview, they may be talking to you for maximum 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay,
So आपने अभी present का position बिल्कुल सही बताना है. That
Okay, sir.
makes them understand you are keeping in touch with Bank of Maharashtra.
Okay,
Forget
sir.
about the past.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Tell me, what do you know about the present position of our Bank of Maharashtra?
Sir, at present, Bank of Maharashtra is having around 1900 branches across the nation with around 1.5 crore customers and around 14,000 employees. Recently, the quarter one results have been very fruitful for the bank, where the bank has posted a net profit of around 106%, which means it has doubled the net profit from the last quarter one base.
Good. That's what I want. You must be conversant with the quarterly results.
Yes, sir.
Now, who is the CEO and MD of our Bank of Maharashtra?
Sir, the present CEO and MD is Shri A.S. Rajiv, sir.
What has he told about the ambitions of the bank? Like yes, in the website it is given. You know
sir.
that we aim to grow. Hello.
Yes, sir.
We aim to grow our advances and deposit by 15% and 10 to 12% respectively in the financial year 21-22.
And he has also told, sir, that we are going to open 150 retail branches in those areas where the presence of the bank is less.
Oh, excellent. Yes, recently, Bank of Maharashtra has opened a branch in Tamil Nadu. It is shown in our website also. Did you see that? Inauguration of new branch at Tiruvannamalai.
Sorry, sir, I haven't.
No problem. It is there right now. It is standing before my eyes. Inauguration of the new branch at Tiruvannamalai. Then there they are giving first is financial results quarter ended. Second one, MOU signed between Bank of Maharashtra and NABARD.
NABARD, yes, sir.
What is NABARD expansion?
The NABARD expansion is National and Agriculture, National Bank for Rural and Agriculture Development.
National Bank for Agriculture and
Rural Development, yes, sir. Sorry.
National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Then as you scroll through the screen, you get the different photos. And 18th annual general meeting through video conference on 24th. Then Bank of Maharashtra observed World Environment Day.
Yes, sir.
What was the day on which World Environment Day was observed?
Sir, it was 5th June 2021.
First class. You told Mr. Rajiv is the MD and CEO.
Yes, sir.
By chance, can you remember the name of two executive directors? Hemant Tamta.
Mr. Hemant Tamta and one more, sir, Mr.
A.B. Vijay Kumar.
A.B. Vijay Kumar, Mr. Hemant.
No, that I am asking because it is there in the photo, in the screen itself.
Yes.
They have planted some plants and all that.
Sapling.
Yeah, and they have poured some water and all. They are standing with that. They have taken a photograph and nicely they have exhibited their names also. Hemant Tamta, Executive Director. Then our A.S. Rajiv, MD and CEO. A.B. Vijay Kumar, Executive Director.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now,
yes, sir.
Can you tell me what do you understand by working capital?
Sir, the working capital is a type of credit which the institutions or a small organization or a small companies require for their day-to-day working and the running of the factory or the organization.
Can you further elaborate?
Sir, working capital, if we go by the mathematical formula, it stands as the...
No, at this stage, that answer is not required.
Okay, sir.
At this stage, if you had gone through the website of Bank of Maharashtra,
Yes, sir.
you will get like this. A firm's working capital is the money it has available to meet current obligations,
Yes, sir.
those due in less than a year, and to acquire earning assets.
Mhm.
Bank of Maharashtra offers working capital finance to meet their operating expenses, purchasing inventory,
Yes, sir.
receivables financing,
Mhm.
either by direct funding or by issuing letter of credit.
Yes, sir.
Funded facilities, the bank provides funding and assistance to actually purchase business assets.
Yes, sir.
Non-funded facilities, bank can issue letters of credit or can give a guarantee on behalf of the customer to the suppliers, government departments for the procurement of goods and services on credit.
Yes, sir.
So this is the definition of working capital. They have
Okay, sir.
given very
Thank you.
nicely. This
Okay,
is the
sir.
broad definition.
Okay, sir.
Now later on, if we ask you how do you process, you have to tell about that.
Okay, sir.
Now tell me, what do you understand by term finance?
So term finance is basically a term loan which is given to the firms to acquire fixed assets, which will keep them giving revenues over a period of time.
Good, 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 good. Fund-based finance for capital expenditure or acquisition of fixed assets. Here, one important point they have given
Yes, sir.
towards starting or expanding a business.
Yes, of course, starting and expanding a business.
That's a good point. Or industrial unit to swap with the high cost existing debt from other bank or financial institution. Here
Okay.
also they are adding non-fund based finance in the
Mhm.
form of deferred payment guarantee
Yes, sir.
for acquisition of fixed assets, again towards starting or expanding. I am really happy with the way they have given very nicely there. In I don't find even in our bank website such a
Mhm.
proper explanation like this.
Mhm.
So I suggest you go through this website thoroughly.
Okay, sir. I will do that. I will
Next,
do the same, sir.
next time I will ask you in detail,
Okay, sir.
not because that is the best, but that is what they are familiar with.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So इसका पूरा मगअप कर लो.
Okay, sir.
बिल्कुल बढ़िया दे पढ़ना है. Anything from therein, if they ask, you must tell. Well, in case they don't ask also,
Yes, sir.
you must exhibit you have read it by telling them example from this.
Okay, sir.
So your detailed interview will be afterwards, after you are going through this site.
Okay,
Now
sir.
I will go for other questions.
Okay, sir.
What is stock market?
So the stock market is a place where it's basically a platform which makes it easier for the buyers and sellers of the shares of a particular company which has been listed for yeah, for ease of doing business like selling or purchasing of shares. It is basically a secondary market for the purchase and sale of shares.
How nowadays the shares are bought and sold through which account?
So through our demat account, dematerialized account.
Excellent. Good. You told nicely. Next question. What is plastic currency?
So
And
plastic currency.
tell me.
Mr. Plastic currency denotes the cards which we are using at this moment of time, like the debit card, the credit card, the prepaid cards, and the other cards which have been introduced by the National Payments Corporation of India under the Unified Payment Interface.
Good. This was okay, but in a scale one freshers interview, they have asked this question: what is
Okay.
plastic currency and
Mhm.
cryptocurrency?
Okay, sir. I will.
Tell-
So cryptocurrency basically based on a technology called blockchain, where the currency is a pseudo currency. Means that is not actually in the hands of either the person who wants to spend or the person who is getting something in return of a business. But basically it is in a ledger, in a digital ledger, which one can see that it is decreasing or increasing in a business.
Hmm. That's all.
Sir,
Yeah, that much only you know now.
yes, sir. As of now, I know that much. I will work on it, sir.
Yeah, what is your life goal?
Sir, my life goal is the first thing is to be a good professional. Because what I have learned in my professional life and earlier also that if you are good in your profession, you will automatically imbibe happiness inside yourself and around you. And once the environment inside you and around you is happy and is good, conducive, then you will automatically grow both personally as well as professionally.
Hmm. Good. So yeah, no, but in this question you are telling so detailed manner. You are not specific about what is your goal.
So to be a good professional, to be happy in my life, and make a smaller targets in life and achieve them as milestone.
Instead, why don't you say to become say a successful banker?
Okay, sir.
Whatever you say is the same definition, but
Yes, sir.
you are associating yourself with the bank.
Organization. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Can you tell me what is NBFC?
Sir, NBFC, first of all, it is an acronym for non-banking finance companies. Sir, actually, NBFCs are a mix of a bank as well as other financial institution because they are in some manner they are banks, but in some manner they are like financial institution. I'll give you an example for this, sir. Like there are few NBFCs which have been categorized as deposit taking and few have been categorized as non-deposit taking. So the ones which are categorized as deposit taking, they can act as a bank because they are taking deposits, so it's the liability on them. Whereas the other part, which is a non-deposit taking, they are into the financing activity more rather than just like banks.
But being a person who has worked for 3 years in bank, you cannot use this expression. They can work as a bank because
Okay.
banking definition includes our deposits in the form of demand deposits also, which they cannot do.
They cannot do demand deposit.
So there may still that is why they are called non-banking, non-banking, non-banking. Though most of their functions are banking.
Yes, sir. But
For
they cannot
example,
act
they
as a
can
bank.
take fixed deposits.
Yes, sir.
They can make advances for a term loan.
Yes, sir.
Normally, they don't give working capital because they don't have a running account.
Yes, sir.
The only problem of non-banking finance company is they cannot open demand account, demand deposits, and also they cannot issue checkbook, and they are not part and parcel of any payment system.
Payment system. Yes.
For a bank to be successful in the payment system only will make it a good bank.
Yes,
The
sir.
bank that is able to meet its obligation, that has got lot of networks, arrangements, etc.
Yes.
Recently, the
Yes, sir.
information given about this is the bank which has set a relatively relaxed criteria for dividend payout as compared with the draft guidelines for NBFCs seeking to pay dividends to shareholders is RBI.
Yes, sir.
According to the new guidelines, both NBFCs and housing financiers will need to meet certain benchmarks to qualify for a dividend payment. Depending upon the nature of the business, the dividend payout ratio, which is the ratio between the amount of dividend payable in a year and the net profit, is now capped at 50 to 60%.
Yes.
There will be no cap on NBFCs that do not accept deposits. The other criteria is an NBFC will need to meet the mandated capital requirements for each of the last 3 financial years. The non-deposit taking NBFC for the last 3 years should have a leverage ratio of below 7%. What is leverage ratio? You have any idea?
No, sir. As of now, no, sir.
I also don't know. Leverage ratio. How does it help in picking up a quality stock? Leverage ratio definitions. Leverage ratio is one of the most important financial ratios as it determines how much of the capital that is present in the company is in the form of debts.
Acha.
It also analyzes how the company is able to meet its obligations. Leverage ratio becomes more critical as it analyzes the capital structure of the company and the way it can manage its capital structure so that it can pay off its debts. I
Yes,
am
sir.
giving this link in this video,
Okay, sir.
and there is much more to be told in this. For example, there are two broad types of leverage ratio: capital structure ratio, then coverage ratio.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big chapter, Baba. आपको बहुत पढ़ना है इसको.
Okay, sir.
You are not a commerce graduate, but
No,
you
sir.
are a banker,
Yes, sir. Right.
so you must know this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now there is a famous case
Mhm.
that is in the name of the company. Half of it is your name, and there is a big fraud involving 2,435 crore.
Mhm.
Recently it has happened, and you know the details about this. Did you go through the reports? Perhaps you don't know. Do you know about that?
So recently there have been many frauds. I know. Recently there have been many frauds in the banks. Actually, they have happened much before, but they have come to light recently.
Yeah, this one is Central Bureau of Investigation has registered a case against Gautam Thapar and his company CG Power and Industrial Solutions for alleged bank fraud involving 2,435 crore.
Mhm.
The FIR was lodged on a complaint by the State Bank of India. Yeah, I can understand why am I asking so much in detail. As a general current affair, you are supposed to know this.
Okay.
You are actually from Patna,
Yes, sir.
but there is something happening in Mumbai.
Mhm.
A cooperative bank was in problem.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the present position of that cooperative bank? Two, three cooperative banks have been dissolved or stopped.
Yes, sir.
Their licenses have been cancelled.
Mhm.
But this cooperative bank license has
Mhm.
not been cancelled. But what is happening to that? Which company is taking over it?
Sir, the parent company of PhonePe is taking over this Punjab and Maharashtra Cooperative Bank.
Good.
They are going to make a company, actually an NBFC, and through that they will acquire this PMC Bank.
No, its name is Centrum Financial
Yes, sir.
Services.
Centrum Prime. That is the parent company of PhonePe.
And they are not going to make NBFC, they are going to make small bank.
Oh, sorry, sir. SFB, Small Finance Bank. They are going to.
Small finance bank they have to
Yes,
make.
sir. They are going to make SFB.
Very good. That's right. Because it's a vast ocean, we don't know what can be asked, what cannot
Yes,
be
sir.
asked.
Yes, sir.
ये तो पता नहीं. Michael Debapatra, who is he?
Yes. Sir, he is one of the uh, governor. Yes, he is one of the deputy governors of our Reserve Bank of India.
Good.
If I'm
Correct.
Yes.
Can you tell me the name of the bank that has become the top performer among public sector lenders in terms of retail and MSME loan growth during
It is our.
2020-21?
It is the same bank for which I am appearing for the interview. Sir, it is the Bank of Maharashtra.
Good, correct. For the full year 2020-21, Bank of Maharashtra's standalone net profit jumped nearly 42% to
Yes, sir.
550.25 crore. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Recently, which bank has approved a proposal to raise 14,000 crore by issuing Basel III compliant bonds. Which bank in India? It is State Bank of India, the country's largest lender. I suggest this magazine is coming from your place only, Patna or Delhi. Banking Service Chronicle.
Chronicles, BSc magazine.
August issue has come yesterday only for me.
अच्छा.
आप इसको खरीद लीजिए, उसमें से जितना भी होगा उतना पढ़ लीजिएगा.
अच्छा, today evening I will get it, sir.
Yeah. I think shops are there in your place, na?
Yes, sir. Even this coaching institute is near to my place, sir. Banking Services Chronicle.
Oh,
It's a coaching institute, sir, basically.
coaching institute, come.
Ah.
Yeah. You can, but they may not have it. Maybe it's available
In the market, it is available, freely available, sir.
Yeah. Please take it. It has come only yesterday. Last 2 months, they could not come out with issue. This month, August only, they have come out with issue.
It will
And
be heavier.
yeah, all the general knowledge that is given here may or may not be of use for you. Okay.
I'll go through it, sir.
Very good. Can you tell me name of few small finance banks and tell me what are they doing?
The name of the few small finance banks are like Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, Equitas Small Finance Bank, Local Area Small Finance Bank. Yes, sir, these three I remember right now. And actually, sir, a small finance bank, the main purpose of setting these banks was to get urban, semi-urban and rural population under the ambit of financial, like extending loans, giving them credit, so that the rural places and the semi-urban places, they also grow with the credit growth of these banks.
No, but I think the answer given by you is not full or satisfactory. Yeah, small banks are physical banks whose aim is to provide basic banking products such as deposit, supply of credit, but in a limited area of operation. Other points are all okay. Small banks are expected to meet credit and remittance needs of small businesses, farmers, micro, small industries, unorganized sector, low income households, migrant workforce through high technology, low cost operations.
Okay.
Names of banks: AU Small Finance Bank Limited, Jaipur, Rajasthan. I am giving the link for that. It is there in Affairs Cloud. उसमें दिया है Jaipur, Rajasthan, Sanjay Agarwal. Then Capital Lab Small Finance Bank, Jalandhar, Punjab.
It was the first small finance bank to set up in India.
Yeah, Sarjit Singh Samra. Equitas Small Finance Bank, Chennai. P.N. Vasudevan. ESAF Small Finance Bank, Thrissur. This is probably sponsored or patronized by our South Indian Bank. Last week they asked question, what is the connection between ESAF Small Finance Bank and South Indian Bank? K. Paul Thomas is CEO MD. Ravindranathan Prabha is chairman. Next, you have FineCare or FinCare Small Finance Bank, Bengaluru, Karnataka, Rajiv Yadav. Janalakshmi Small Finance Bank, Bengaluru, Karnataka, Ramesh Ramanathan, Ajay Kanwal. Northeast Small Finance Bank, RGVN Microfinance, Guvahati, Deep Chandra Joshi. Suryodaya Small Finance Bank, Navi Mumbai, R. Bhaskar Babu. Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, Bengaluru, Sunil Patel. Utkarsh Small Finance Bank, Varanasi, Govind Singh. You must at least remember Utkarsh Small Finance Bank, Varanasi, Capital Labs Finance Bank, Jalandhar, AU Small Finance Bank, Rajasthan. They are all north based. Of course, if you can remember Equitas and all, there is nothing like that.
In Ujjivan Finance Bank, sir, I have given them training to the new joinees. I have given them, there was a tax between Ujjivan Finance Bank and State Bank of India.
Oh,
this training program. That's why I remember that it is located in Bangalore, because I was sent for giving them training on basics of credit.
Excellent.
That's why I remember that bank.
Very good. What did you teach them?
So just the basics of credit, that what is a retail segment loan, what is MSME loan, how to go about processing a retail segment loan, like the simple products, personal loan, simple home loan products, and this our education loan, then vehicle loan, and most importantly, sir, in Bangalore there is a lot of profiles for LAP, loan against property. These elderly people, they have homes and they want to get a regular income, so they take LAP. So the main focus was on LAP, loan against property, that mortgage loan.
First class.
That I have elaborated there. I remember very well.
Oh, good. So, what are the principles of lending?
The principles of lending are, first thing is, we have to do the due diligence about the customer. What, where, how, means what is the customer, where is he getting the sources of funds, how is the customer, what is his activity, the line of activity. Once we are satisfied with the customer due diligence part, we can go ahead with the application of the loan. We can ask the customer to, we'll give him or her a checklist that these are the documents required, and let the customer bring those documents along with the application form. Then we will scrutinize the documents, each and every document, go through it thoroughly, and see if this customer is eligible as per the product offered by the bank. Once we are satisfied with the documentation part, as a appraising authority or a processing officer, I will process the loan in the system and then forward it to the sanctioning authority.
I think this answer is not wrong, but normally when this question is principles of lending is applied, it can be told briefly.
Okay, sir.
I will tell you. Not that what you said is wrong. बिल्कुल बढ़िया है. Identification of borrower, purpose of the loan, quantum of loan, period of loan, source of repayment, security for advance, profitability, pre-sanction inspection, appraisal of credit proposal, sanction, documentation, stamping, execution, attestation, registration of mortgage, registration with registrar of joint stock companies, post disbursement follow up. These are the important points. I am giving the link.
Okay, sir.
Not that what you said was not correct, but some improvement can be made in that.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
You just go through that also. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Now I will give you one more question.
Okay, sir.
Explain core banking solution.
Sir, core banking solution is the IT support, the information technology support of all the banks working in our nation as on date. It gives the flexibility to the bank as well as the customer of any bank to access the bank, to access the products of the bank from the comforts of their homes or by visiting the ATM. Whereas from the banker's point of view, it gives the flexibility to the banker to see the line of activity of the customer without interaction by going through the account statement of the customer.
See, core banking इतना बड़ा नहीं चाहिए जी. A core banking solution is one that connects the main server of the bank with all the other bank branches.
Okay, sir.
It helps customers to have transactions in another branch also. बस ना इससे ज़्यादा क्यों चाहिए?
Okay, sir.
So that is one thing, you have to be very specific.
Okay, sir.
And talk to the point. Talk to the point. What is your father?
Sir, my father retired as a deputy registrar from Patna High Court.
Achha, Patna High Court, who is the Chief Justice now?
Sorry, sir, I don't know right now, sir.
This is the problem of interrelated questions. Doesn't matter. How many high courts are there in India? Very tough, I know.
31, sir.
Are you sure 31?
Yes, sir.
कैसे 31 बोलते हैं? Because only 28 states are there.
Sir, for the judicator of the union territories are also there. Sir.
Oh, अच्छा. Union territories also. Very good.
Yeah. Like the High Court of Delhi.
अच्छा, good. Correct. You are right. Very good. Now, you have been answering my questions nicely, but I know based on this experience, what is your idea? What learnings are you getting from today's experience?
Sir, the first and the important learning is that I am elaborating on any question, whereas I have to be more specific on the interview date.
Correct.
Mostly, and a few points, sir, I have to go through. Like,
no. Which books are you reading for banking awareness update?
The banking awareness, I am going through like the website of the bank mostly, or I am following this GK Today one banking and financial awareness section.
Very good. But थोड़ा deeply पढ़ लो जी, points note कर लो.
Okay, sir.
अभी हमने लिंक दिया, अफेयर्स क्लाउड से आपको लिंक दिया है.
Okay, sir. I will go
और bankingschool.co.in, bijus.com also has got very good postings.
Okay, sir.
You can go through that and read. I would suggest now you are revising Bank of Maharashtra website thoroughly.
Yes, sir.
Then update your current affairs.
Okay, sir.
In fact, I have not gone into the current affairs yet.
Okay, sir.
I have not asked the latest things that is happening. For example, कल क्या हुआ उसका बारे में तो हमने पूछा नहीं आपसे.
Yesterday, Mirabai Chanu won a silver medal in 39 kg category at Tokyo Olympics, sir.
Very good. Excellent.
That was important news throughout the nation.
Yeah. Good. Now, can you tell me this? You might not have read the news relating to this. Indian Bank has declared Lanco Infratech as fraud account with 577 crore dues. That's okay. That's not important. Now, tell me who is the CEO of Niti Aayog? Excuse me, whether you like it or not, you have to go through all points regarding Niti Aayog. Chairman is Narendra Modi, CEO कौन है, then other members कौन है, थोड़ा पढ़ना है.
If I am not wrong, sir, Sri Arvind Panagaria ji is the CEO.
See who?
Sri Arvind Panagaria.
No. It is given as Amitabh Kant.
Amitabh Kant, he was always
another Rajiv is somebody. Yeah. So like that. Recently, Reserve Bank of India has overhauled rules for extending loans to directors of other banks. They can be given up to ₹5 lakh directors. The earlier limit for such loan was 25 lakh. Abhi kam kar diya.
Yes, sir.
Who is the governor of RBI?
Sir, Sri Shaktikanta Das.
Very good. Who is the Finance Ministry Joint Secretary who has been appointed to UN Tax Committee?
No, sir. Sorry, sir.
Rashmi or Das. Rashmi or Das.
No.
When was Aikar Divas, Income Tax Day, celebrated?
No, sir, I am not bound to it.
24th July.
It's yesterday also.
Yeah. Central Board of Direct Taxes Chairman Jagannath Vidyadhar Mohapatra.
Mm-hmm.
Just information.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. So the knowledge area is so vast.
Yes, sir.
Kya batayega? When was Guru Purnima celebrated?
On 23rd of July.
Good. Excellent. I will rate your interview at 8 out of 10.
Oh, thank you, sir.
But I would like you to read something more.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Sure.
And from now onwards, develop the habit of telling briefly and to the point.
Okay, sir.
बिल्कुल. आपको शादी हो गया?
हाँ sir, last year we got married, sir.
Oh, great, 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 great. Your wife is working?
Yes, sir. She's a software engineer.
First class. Good, 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 good. Very good. Do you have a baby?
No, sir, not much.
Acha. Anyhow, best wishes. You are doing very well.
Thank you, sir.
Only
Sir,
thing
one-
is थोड़ा refinement करना है.
oh,
कभी
Sir, I know.
कभी फुर्सत मिलेगा तो आपको बीवी को क्वेश्चन पूछने का बोलिएगा, आंसर दे दीजिए ब्रीफली.
Yes, sir, I was
वो
doing
लेकिन
that.
वो तो बैठेगा नहीं है, बट इट इज डिफिकल्ट.
Sir, one thing, if possible for you on Thursday or Friday, please conduct one more session for me, sir.
No, I feel you need to have two more because
Okay, sir.
not for money, not for my money, but to need to find out to monitor your progress in learnings.
Okay, sir.
Acha, what I will do,
Okay.
I will post the questions that were asked recently in South Indian Bank interviews,
Okay, sir.
but don't think they are only for babies. It is not so.
Okay.
उसमें से आपको क्या आएगा उसको पढ़ लीजिए.
Okay, sir.
Could you follow what I said?
Yes, sir, I followed.
इस वीडियो का नीचे में आएगा वो क्वेश्चंस आंसर्स
Okay, sir.
so that it becomes a learning for others also who are going to
Okay.
appear for Bank of Maharashtra. In fact, in the
Okay.
previous Bank of Maharashtra videos also, I think I have given questions below. Is it not?
I have not gone to the Bank of Maharashtra one, sir. I've gone to South Indian
Recently, I have posted Bank of Maharashtra videos.
Bank. Okay, sir, I'll go through it.
Yeah, 3 days back, one video for Bank of Maharashtra.
Okay, sir.
Please go through that. Best wishes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You are doing
Thank
well,
you very
but
much.
you need. Today is 25.
Yes, sir.
Your interview is on which date?
Sir, on 3rd of August.
Yeah, you can meet. We can meet once again on 29th of August, July.
Okay, sir.
Then again on 1st of August.
Okay, sir. At your district.
I am just noting here. You please confirm me afterwards. Correct?
Okay, doctor.
Yeah. For you, one concession. You don't have to pay me for 2 more classes. Only one more class you will pay. I will do 2 classes for you. Okay? Hello? Hello, are you able to listen? So, आपको सुन रहे हैं?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Your Gaurav, I am first noting your name as 29th July, 11 a.m. Okay? Thank you. Bye. Bye.